So everyone, with Legends pushing a more premium state with more and more ultras coming into the game is starting to become a little bit more unbalanced for free-to-play players as far as ways to get more rewards, because if you can't get any crystals, you're not able to summon for those ultras to have a chance, right? So we're going to talk about that all in this video, about some events that they can possibly revamp as far as rewards, or possibly introduce a new event for the anniversary. So hopefully that they take that to notice. But that's pretty much going to be it, and I'll see you guys there. Alright everyone, JB here. Welcome back to another discussion video here on the channel today. Now, what are we talking about, right? As I mentioned in the intro of the video, we're going to be talking about some events that I personally think that they can change up on the rewards. You know, there's not too many events. There's normally Legends has events on a timestamp, relooping every 2 weeks, every week. So we're going to talk about some events that they possibly could revamp, and maybe some events that they introduce, hopefully some new events for the anniversary, because free-to-play players, it's already hard enough if you have mostly everything grinded out in the game. So I personally think there's a few changes that they can make. But first things first, if you're new around here, consider hitting the subscribe button and leaving a like on the video. It's very much appreciated. First things first, I want to talk about full power battle. And I'm pretty sure every free-to-play player feels this way, because think about it, right? Full power battle has literally just Z power and erasers. Erasers are cool, but the Z power, I feel like they should just swap that out for crystals. Mainly because we get the Z power from co-op, which is probably, you know, the most consistent way to pretty much grind the characters. You get out the shop as well. There's missions, but co-op is the main way for you to get most of that Z power, literally just playing it. And I feel like 500 crystals per stage would definitely be good, because they bring full power battle every time we get a new free-to-play character. So therefore, meaning we're gonna see another free-to-play character for the anniversary or before the anniversary. So therefore, hopefully that they implement that, because I'm not the only one that said this. Plenty of other YouTubers have said it. We need something for that, because it's literally just erasers and Z power, right? But as far as that goes, right, I really think that's pretty much it for full power battle. They don't have to do anything else. It's fine as it is. You know, it's supposed to be a hard mode where you have to build your team, you know, and do each stage. So I think it's fine. Erasers and crystals, I feel like, are more valuable than that Z power. So with that being said, we're going to move on to the next thing that I want to look at. I want to look at really quick is the POI Shop. And I say this because Legends has introduced the POI Shop, and the POI is great. It's probably the biggest W Legends has. But sometimes they introduce them without the shop, right? And they cannot do that for this anniversary. They have to have a POI with a POI shop, because it makes sense. I believe last year, well, I think it was the raid. So the raid is where they messed up at on the anniversary, because of the rewards and how they had the characters for the boost. But I really feel like they should be able to introduce, you know, that shop. I mean, not introduce it, but make sure they have it, right? We have the shop. We also have the Z power, the Legend Limited Z power. Last year they really did not. They have to have 600. It's the anniversary. It's the biggest celebration. You have to go all out, because last year the shop's rewards were okay, but the Z power was where everybody was really complaining about. So hopefully that they do fix that, and maybe throw in some missions for it, for some extra crystals, maybe like 500. I feel like that'll be cool. But another thing I want to talk about is a new event, right? I'm pretty sure everybody wants a new event. So we have, you know, a couple of events that they introduced over these past, what, month or two. Some new events, and it doesn't still hit the same because look at Dokkan, for example, right? Dokkan has their Extreme Super Battle Road and Super Battle Road, where there's a ton of stages where you're bringing in certain teams, and you're pretty much getting rewards for it. There's missions for it, and there's first time rewards. I feel like Legends should do something similar to that. And some people might say, oh well, we have Raging Battle. Raging Battle is similar to that, but the difference is it's only one event, and it has 30 stages, yes. But I'm talking about introducing, say for example, something like that Super Battle Road, where they having multiple stages where you're bringing different teams. It's not going to be like the same tag, the same Sakura that you have to use, or same characters. You bring in multiple different teams. That way, it's never a mode where you're just bringing the same team and it seems boring, right? And they can do something where for each stage that you bring certain teams that you win, you have the first time bonus. They can have maybe a mission for it where you get, I would say, at least 100, 200 crystals just for completing it for the first time. And then for like the rewards, it can probably be like the racers and of course crystals, right? I would say 500, right? But of course, for them to do that, it would definitely have to be something very, very hard. So I think they're probably gonna look at something like that in the future. The Raging Battle is something similar to that, but I really feel like they should be able to implement that in the future, hopefully, because we have all these events, right? And the thing is with Legends, we don't have a lot of content for free-to-play players. So it kind of seems unfair when you're a free-to-play player and you're trying to grind out crystals, and the game is mainly PvP orientated. So the only things that you really get crystals from on a consistent basis is from the missions, PvP, Tournament of Power, co-op, and just other things like story mode and soul boosting if you have characters left to soul boost. But if you're like me and you reach that 200,000 limit, you cannot soul boost anybody else. So therefore, it's coming harder and harder for especially veteran players. Same thing for them. If you don't like to spend money on the game, because I spend probably, I would say, just the mission plan and that's it. I don't really like spending on the game, but hopefully that they do look at that. There's also like they could possibly, battle tournaments are fine where they're at, but hopefully they can throw in some newer story modes for the original series, because the original series gives 1,000 from their missions, and I feel like that's very important for free-to-play players, especially if you haven't done them, right? So maybe they can give us like a special series, right? It could probably be like some sort of a story mode from the Tournament of Power, because we're probably going to see something involved in the Tournament of Power with Goku and Frieza. So hopefully that they do look at that. It can be some really easy rewards. Nothing too hard for them to do, right? They literally just have to just do it, right? It literally makes no sense that we don't have some newer content, because we can't get new content every like week or two. It's going to be too frequent, right? But at least every month or two, introduce something or revamp some rewards, right? But that's going to be it for today's video. Your boy has to get to work, so I have to make this video really, really quick. But if you did enjoy today's video, be sure to leave a like on the video. Let me know what you guys think, what they can do, right? There's a ton of things that they probably could do as far as like revamping rewards for certain events. I know I didn't discuss on all of that, but I did kind of want to discuss on like just events in general, because PvP and Tournament of Power, those reset every 2 weeks, so those are permanent as long as you're playing it. But if you don't have the characters to compete, you're not able to play in PvP. But that'll be it for today's video. Everyone have a blessed day, and as always, it's your boy JB. I'm out.